Hi guys, it's Courtney, and today I'm doing a flip through of my Smash book. Before I do, I just want to say thank you everyone so much for all your support out there, your nice comment. Really enjoy doing start to finish videos because, you know, they inspire me to watch other start to finish videos, and, you know, I like sharing those hopefully to inspire somebody or maybe give somebody an idea out there. But everybody's been so great about it and very supportive and leaving very nice comments, and I'm very grateful for that. So, as you can see, this is pretty full. I don't like that it doesn't close. So I have a little idea about my next Smash book in order to hopefully remedy that a little bit. This one here is the red one. I left the cover on, which I'm so glad I did because it's grunged up. Now that I'm done with it, I will most likely take the cover off. I haven't decided if I'm going to decorate the cover or not. But my goal for this scrapbook was I wanted it to be interesting. I wanted, you know, somebody to see it on a shelf and want to open it up. I wanted the pages to be different, so it's definitely not all coordinated. When I do a mini book, I try and coordinate all the pages. I try and, you know, make it look very cohesive, and that's kind of what I like about the Smash book, is that I don't feel like I have to do that. It can be as jumbled as you want and also very interesting. So I started this book in July, so it's been about 8 months to complete it. So I didn't do anything to the first page. And then, in pretty much every single page, I have a start to finish video on. The last probably 5 pages that I did where I didn't do pictures, I just, you know, added things that I liked. I didn't film just because I was trying to finish this book. So if you're interested, there's a good chance I have a start to finish video on it. They're all listed on my YouTube channel. And also, if you're watching from YouTube, I don't know if you're aware, but on Facebook there's a great Facebook group called Smashaholics, where people share inspirational photos. They show, you know, what they've done with their scrapbooks or their Smash books. So check that out if you're interested. So this first page did My Life in Pictures. I kind of wanted to have a title on this. And then this, I love dress forms. So I backed it with some polka dot paper, which is one of my favorites, is polka dot. And I added different layers of trim, lace trim. And my favorite flower this last year to use were daisies. So I added a daisy. And I have a little doily here from Frog Feathers with a pearl center from Saw Crafters. And I have some pearls here and a button. Okay, and on this second page, I kind of have to lift it up because it's so full. Have, as you can see, a picture of my son and some journaling in here. This is a die cut, a Sizzix die cut that I have, so I just tucked that in here with one of the color strips from the paint department and added some buttons, and here's a Smash tab that I printed or stamped happy on. I added some circles under here with my 1-inch circle punch to give it a scallop edge. As most of you know, I love scallops. That's one of my favorite things to use. This page is a page of myself. I have a real hard time scrapbooking about myself. I don't like taking pictures, but what I've come to realize is I lost my mom when I was 15, and we have maybe a handful of pictures of her, and they were all when she was young, or, you know, no recent pictures of her. So I wanted to make sure that I had documented some pictures, some recent pictures of myself. And on this, again, daisies, which are my favorite, polka dots. This is a Tim Holtz ornamental die cut, and I put the date that the photo was taken. And I put a few of my favorite quotes and some words that describe me, that I think describe me. On this page here, my husband and I put our voting stickers and tickets here. On this side I have a picture of my sister and my niece on a day that we went out and we all went shopping at Michael's. I have the receipt under here. I have, of course, one of my favorite flowers. I have the gift cards that I used that day. And on this page, this is the Starburst design that I saw a tutorial that Catherine Krieger did. She has a great tutorial on it. This I love to do. You can incorporate a lot of your favorite scraps in it. With a picture of my husband and my son at the beach. They were looking for those sand crabs. So it was a great picture that I caught. And I have a Making Memories, I believe, eyelet, excuse me. And I have a arrow stamp that I cut out. Okay, and on this side I have a pocket that I made using the same scraps from this, and a Jenny Bolin button, bingo button, and inside I have cards and an old gift card, things that, you know, I want to save, my Hobby Lobby receipt, things like that. And this is a sweet card that Brooke had sent me. Here's another page on this side that I did of a favorite picture of my son in a tree. Kept it very simple. This is a picture that I took at a ranch that we stayed at, that my son goes to camp at almost every year. I used some of the scraps from this again. I have some rhinestones and a cutout of the word love and a cutout from the cameo, and this was also cut from the cameo. Here's a picture of my son drinking hot chocolate at a restaurant that we went to. And I just put some journaling tabs, some flowers with some pearl buttons. I stamped a cup of hot chocolate here, put some tickets. I stamped these clocks back here. Here's a page of us when we went to Fallbrook, California, and this picture was taken at Oceanside. I layered some flowers that I had gotten from the dollar store and a frog feathers trim. This here is a pocket that I made. I wanted to incorporate as many pictures in this book, which is the reason it's as thick as it is, but I'm just happy. All these pictures would have been just sitting waiting for me to scrapbook. So I was able to get a ton of pictures, and I have other pictures, photos from Chuck E. Cheese, and just tons of pictures in here. Okay, let me put those back in. I just used Velcro to close it. On this side I just cut out basically the middle portion, and I cut down the side of the page and added these to a pocket. I used some cameo cutouts, some flowers, and inside both of them I just have receipts that are important for me to save. And on this I just have a cutout from the cameo, Home is Where Your Heart Is, and I sprayed it with Scintillating Silver Lindy's Stamp Gang. On this page I have, this is a large version of the card that I made for my husband for Valentine's Day. So I put this, I love this silhouette of the little boy and girl. My husband and I have been together since I was 15, so it sort of we've grown up together, so it sort of reminds me of us, I guess. And on this side I have the same little silhouette with my journaling inside. This I designed on the cameo and printed it out. And then I just have a picture, an Instagram picture of the flower candy cards that he gave me. On this side I just have a simple banner with a picture of my son, some scallops on the side, of course, and a little journaling. This is a day that he went to see the Thunderbirds fly, so my niece took that picture of him. This side is a picture of my husband and I. I love this paper, DCWV, the Green Stack. so I wanted to use that, and of course scallops on the side. Some of the pages like this I just left blank. I like it, so I like it. This I turned into a pocket, put a picture of my niece and nephew and then my son. Added some baker's twine and a button. And on the other side, this is a photo that I printed off of Facebook or Instagram, one or the other, and I have some I believe Recollections flowers, just from my stash, a button and some baker's twine. And on this side, I turned into a pocket. I put some banners, some more flowers that coordinate, another button, and there's actually two pockets behind the scallops, which are the circles. I have a pocket there that holds some pictures of my nails and just things that I wouldn't, necessarily want on display. And then back here is another pocket with a card, and I like to keep the index prints of my photos, so it's a good place to keep those, is in pockets. On this side is a page I did. I have a mason jar stamp that I stamped and cut out, added some strawberries to it, and this is when we were in Fallbrook. We got these strawberries. The best strawberries I've ever had in my life, and I love strawberries. This is a Starbucks coffee sleeve that I cut down, added some acrylic paint to, added some hemp twine to it. I used a punch that I have of hearts, added those here, added a little burlap because it had burlap under it, under the strawberries. And Tim Holtz ticket. And on this side, I turned this into a pocket. I cut the page down a little bit so it wouldn't stick out too far over. And I used a border front that I cut from the cameo. I put a strip of paper back here, and I added 3 of the same size photos of my niece, our dog, and my son a couple years ago. I used some tabs cut out from the cameo and some hearts. And inside these I ended up doing another scallop, and I have tags on both of these showing additional pictures. And on this one as well. This side I put a strip of paper with another scallop just covering up the line where that scallop page was. On this page I cut the page down, and I used some paper that's been in my stash for a while and some flowers. I did I want to say a 3x6 photo that I printed out from the Cameo software, and I turned this into a photo turn, I guess, because the page was so narrow and short. I was only able to get 3 pictures in it, but I like this. I like having an interactive page like this. And on this side is another small page. I used the Heidi Swap Resist paper, some cutouts from the Cameo, and a picture of my husband and I. We were in a movie theater, so it's a real dark picture. But that's kind of what I like about the Smashbook. I'm not worried if it's not the perfect picture. This side, I took up most of the page with the picture. I added a little tab here with a heart and some pearls. I did a border cutout, of course, of scallops. And these were shirts that I made. They were going to a wreath that night in support of a friend of ours. So we made the shirts, and they went and showed their support. On this side was a picture of my son. He was, I want to say he was 4, and he slipped and fell on a chair, caught the corner of his eye on the the bar bottom of the chair, and he ended up with just a little black eye. I felt so bad for him, but it was something I wanted to document. He's never had another black eye. He's had a fat lip, but never another black eye, so I definitely wanted to document that. And I did a little journaling. I used my Martha Stewart fringe scissors down here. I sprayed a little of the Lindy's Fuzzy Navel Peach on the background because the paper was just a little too clean for me. I wanted it a little more color in it. I printed this out from the Cameo, added a arrow and some stars, and then on this side I just put the word ouch, matted the photos, left it at that. The next page I used the Simple Stories paper, the Harvest Fall I think it is, and a picture of my nephew and a really good friend of his. They were being silly, and my nephew and niece. This was a stamp that I got from Tuesday Morning. I believe it's a Martha Stewart stamp. So I just used a circle punch and turned those into flowers. I cut down this page, added a border of scallops on this side. I printed this out. This is the chalkboard type paper. I printed that out from the Cameo. I printed out a frame. I added a die cut that I typed in "Cherish Every Moment." This is a picture of my husband and my mother-in-law, who has now since passed. So this is a very, special, sentimental photo for my husband especially. I printed out the same background paper so the hearts matched. On this side, I just love bird cages, so I just added that. Cut out from the Cameo, I added a big flat back pearl. I wanted to add things that I liked, not just photos, being that I ended up getting a ton of photos in this, so I did want to add die cuts that I liked or paper that I liked as well. On this side, I didn't cover up the paper. As you can see, I cut out "I am thankful, grateful, and blessed." I truly feel all those things. On this side, I added a beautiful dress form. I loved it. I thought I tried putting some pictures on this, but this page was so busy that I didn't like it. I kept it very simple with a beautiful dress form. To get this on here, some of you will appreciate that I used a spray adhesive. I kind of forgot that I had it. I've had it in my cabinet for years and I never think to use it, but I was not about to glue every single piece on there, so I pulled that out and it worked fabulous. This side I cut out a frame from the Cameo, a journaling tag, and it has an Audrey Hepburn quote on it. It says, "I love people who make me laugh. I honestly think it's the thing I like most, to laugh. It cures a multitude of ills. It's probably the most important thing in a person." This quote means something to me because laughter in our family is huge. When we all get together, we laugh all the time. I went through a real difficult time in the last few years of my life, and laughter really helped me get through it. So to me, my husband is one of the funniest people I know. He makes me laugh all the time. My son is turning out just like him. He's got a great sense of humor. So to me, laughter is extremely important. So I love this quote. And the next page is a page I did of, we went to surprise my niece for her 19th birthday she was in college, so we went down to California, and I was with my nephew. In these pictures, we were all out to breakfast, and I was taking a picture with my iPhone, and he was taking a picture of me with his iPhone, so really cute photo. And I just journaled it that we stayed on Edwards Air Force Base. I added a Tim Holtz grunge arrow, Tim Holtz ticket here. I did a tab punch. I stamped back here. I have my nephew's name, Kevin, on here in stickers, and then I put a border. I call him nephew a lot of times, jokingly, And so here he's climbing up a tree. This picture turned out great. And it says, "Cherish, live, pure joy." We had a great time. He's got a great sense of humor. On this side, I really like this paper. I didn't want to, at this point, make any more pockets because this was one of the last pages I did, and the book was so full, but I ended up making one pocket out of it just to hold one photo, a large photo of my husband and my nephew playing pool up in Big Bear. So I just mounted that and put it on here. On this page, I turned this into a flip up. And on this page alone, I was able to get quite a few pictures done. I just made this into a pocket, did a flip up page, was able to put a photo here, a photo, pull these out, a photo on the back here, and then of course this photo. And then inside I have a little journaling tag and some extra photos to go in there. And on the bottom here I have some scallops. This is a die cut from my cameo with a rhinestone, and "You Are My Sunshine" cut from the cameo as well. On this side I have, I cut this out from the Cricut, and it says movies, and I double-sided it, just glued it together so it, glued on the page nicely, and it was on both sides. This is a place to add movie tickets. Throughout the book I have movie tickets already in there, so I'm just going to leave those. This will be for any new movies, and even though the book is completed, I'll still add movies to the front and back of this. What I learned here is not to use my hot glue gun to glue them down. It kind of burnt right through it, but that's okay. And a little bit of journaling with some arrows. So again, this side will also be for movie tickets, or I can leave it blank, because I'm sure in my next book I'll have another place for movie tickets, but I'll at least finish this page out. On this side I cut this page down. I have a picture of my husband, his aunt, and my son. Kept it simple with some scallops in the back, actually some circles to make it look like scallops. I have the date and a cutout from the cameo. Same with on this side, I kept it simple. This is a picture, it came out a little bit blurry, but the picture is gorgeous. My niece had to take it for her photography class, and she had to have something parallel running into something else. I'm sure I'm not explaining that correctly, but so she took a picture of her dog, and he's the sweetest dog, first of all. So I just love this picture. This means a lot to me. But the picture did come out a little bit blurry the way I printed it out. But again, I don't mind that in a smash book. I probably wouldn't use that picture in one of my regular scrapbooks, because I feel like they need to be more perfect, I guess. So that's what I like the freedom about a smash book. I put a flower with a brad. I have a tab up here. Left this one blank, as you can see. On this one, kept it very simple. I used some Polaroid cutouts that I made from the Cricut. I added some photos of some yogurt that we had gotten, and some strawberry shakes we made from those strawberries we got in California. Journaled a little. And on this side I did a picture of my two nieces and my son. This was 2 years ago. Yeah, a little over 2 years ago. So I kept it simple. I used a large Polaroid that had a hard cutout, and I used some glossy accents to give it a little shine down here. I used some crochet twine here, wrapped it around, and I cut this out from the cameo. I edged the page with my black marker, and I think I'm going to do that. I'll finish this page by doing that as well. On this side I added just two borders here. I love this shape. I love polka dots. So I just added them to both, and they're basically pockets to hold more pictures in there. So I was able to get quite a few pictures on each page. This picture of my nephew and my husband, cute picture. And then some pictures here. And then this here, Family Memories, is a stamp that I have, Heidi Swap stamp, and I scanned it into my printer, put it into the silhouette, and I traced it and cut it out. So I was able to use an actual stamp that I have in order to print these out. On this side, let me bend the book up a little. I know you're not supposed to. I took a picture inside the theater of the opening screening, The Odd Life of Timothy Green, when we went to see that movie. Cute picture of my niece. Some journaling back here behind the picture. I have a flower with a fabric brad, a couple arrow stamps, and then this is a Tim Holtz hanging sign die that I cut out, glued on, added some hearts and some stamping there. And that same day, that's a picture of my niece and I goofing off inside the theater. We went to the Coffee Bean, so I took a picture of the bag. These are those perfume sprays, sample sprays from Marc Jacobs, but I got them because they had polka dots on them. This here, I have a little pocket underneath here, you can see. I wrapped with some baker's twine, added some flowers and a fabric brad, and added our movie theater tickets here. I have a tag and then a stamp that I stamped out and cut out. And here it says tea, coffee, hot chocolate, because I bought some hot chocolate and I believe coffee for my husband. On this side, again, this was one of the very last pages I did. I wanted no bulk to it. I just took a cute picture that was taken back in 2003. Sorry about that. 2003 that my son took inside one of the photo booths at Chuck E. Cheese. Of this picture of my son and a family friend's daughter, and then my niece and friends here in this picture, and these were all taken with my iPhone, so they're not the best quality, but I like them in the Smashbook. I used an old die cut that I had, some paper back here, die cut here, just things I had laying around actually. I cut this out from a Siflet and some stickers. On this side is, I love this page. I love the page itself in the Smashbook, the colors. So I just tried to keep in that theme. I cut out a bird cage. Again, I love bird cages from the Cameo. Put a button here with some twine. I put the word inspire down here. On this side, it had a mason jar. I just added a mason jar just because I liked the cutout with hearts. I plan on adding some journaling here. And on this side is a picture of my sister and her husband, a scallop frame that I had, a fabric flower that I have by Recollections, a picture that I have popped up here of my nephews. I used the Smash packaging, stapled it on there. I used some journaling cards. And on this side, I plan on just leaving this blank. I did the scallop cutouts with the cutouts in the page to show the pictures on the next page. And same here, you can see the pictures there. And again, I'm just going to leave that as it is. I like the simplicity of it. And almost at the end of the book, on this page is my niece and her two best friends, my son and my nephew. So cute pictures of them. I put a doily here, some cutouts, a epoxy sticker. I had a little bag that I wrapped some twine around it, stamped on it, and put a little journaling card on it. A little clip, and of course I did this page with circles as a scallop. Oh, I guess that's the last page. And I plan on just leaving this blank. I don't want to add anything to this. And then here's the pocket with a card in it, and I'll probably just leave this card back here. I thought about maybe decorating this pocket, but I don't know. I think I might just maybe add a border to it and leave it at that. So I hope you enjoyed the flip through, and again, thank you so much for all your support. And I plan on starting on my next smash book immediately, probably in a little bit. So hopefully I'll have another video of that up in a day or two. I have some different plans with that one. So thank you again for all your support, and thanks for watching.